What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Letta Jean Speaks. We're in the garden today. Well, not necessarily in the garden, but this is a garden related topic. So, we are talking about compost tea. All right. This is one that I have been working on for the past, it's been over 30 days. It's probably been about 2 months for sure. Most definitely 2 months worth of fermenting and just sitting and roasting and stuff in this container. But it's easy to make compost tea. Very simple. This started out with bits of, the peel from mango peels, and what else? Food scraps, vegetable scraps, food that was left over in the refrigerator, fruits and vegetables, I will say, that went bad or about to go bad. And instead of throwing them away, you could either compost them or do like this and make a compost tea where the nutrients are more easily and readily available to the plants because it's already in liquid form. So when you're ready to use your compost tea, if you watch my last video, I actually used some of this when I repotted my bell pepper plant, and this we consider would be concentrated form. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could strain this and put it in another container, and I could get a watering can and pour like maybe a couple of tablespoons or two into the watering can and fill it the rest of the way up with water, or I could add a little bit more depending on how nutrient deficient the plants are. So some people, I know a lot of people use banana peels are a perfect way to make compost tea too, but for us, we haven't been eating bananas. I don't know if the Lord is just keeping us from them, but bananas in the grocery store, like in Walmart, if you have a Kroger or any of those subsidiary stores, Publix, Jewel, Osco, if you're up in the Midwest and stuff like that, whatever grocery stores you get, those bananas are real sketchy to me, even if they say organic. I don't know. I guess the Lord just been keeping us from them. If it's not at a food or at a farmer's market or something, we really been keeping away from produce at the big box stores. But anywho, there's also, when I make my sandwiches, I get my parsley and stuff and my kale, and I cut those stems off and I put them in here too. So you get all kinds of vitamin K and all kinds of potassium and all the things that your plants need to thrive, okay? So what I was doing, or what I'm going to do, one of the things I did with this bottle, I didn't strain it, but I got a top and poked holes in it. So this stays in the house because I don't have anywhere to store it outside. But because it's in the house, I leave this top on, and when I'm ready to use it, I have another top that has holes in it, and I can use it like a spray bottle or whatever and squeeze it out like that. So when you saw me in that video, I just squeezed a little bit in the pot, and then I ended up watering it the rest of the way. I think I'm going to also, and of course water. This is water. everything's down here when we first started, and I just filled it the rest of the way up with water because it's gassy. You gotta burp it and let the air out, so that I should have did that on camera because I did it before I started the video. But you gotta let the air out every so often because the bottle will expand because of the gases and the fermenting happening in this container. But yeah, I am going to do this more consistently, where I know it's the fall and we're shutting down the garden, but over the winter time I'm going to go out, maybe especially before it gets cold. Like in the next couple of days I'm gonna pour some in the peach tree pots and water those in maybe one more time before it gets cold, because right now we're in zone 8B in Georgia. It's been cold in the mornings lately. It's been in the 40s, and the high has been 80, between 75 and 80 degrees for the high. So I'm going to probably do this one more time, and because I know it's fall and everything, and things are going to start dying back and everything, so I don't want to do too much with the nutrients. But for the meantime, this is just going to continue to get more and more potent until the next season rolls around. But I just wanted to get on here real quick, ignore the stickers, but make you some compost tea. If you don't have access to compost, if you don't have a place to start compost, this is the quickest way to do it. It's just you get some banana peels, fruit peels, or whatever's finna get thrown in the trash. Throw it in a bottle, pour some water in there, throw a top on it, burp it every couple of days. You should be ready to use this in a couple of weeks. Okay, pour a little bit in the pots and water it. I would suggest pouring the compost tea first and then watering it so it can go down to the roots. Or you could water it and then put the compost tea in. I do both ways and I get results either way. But that's all I got for you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you're making your own compost tea or if you tried it before. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.